You're listening to the Permakid podcast. This is episode 41. Yeah, that was Black Sheep. Who else do I have with me?
Me.
Tim Bob the Explorer.
In my face.
My face.
A.K.A. my taint.
And, of course, I'm James Stillwell. Yeah, we've been away for a while. We took a 3-4 month hiatus because we lost a member of our group. They didn't die or anything. They just moved to
Way to make it sound morbid.
They just moved to be closer to their family, their brother.
No, he might have died.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good.
Yeah, I think he passed.
Well, good for him. I'm jealous.
You should be.
We're going to change up our format a little bit. Not necessarily our format, but the way that we post these. We might go to a one-a-month podcast. Just that way we're actually giving you more information, the news that we're reading up on. And that way when we ask, what's everybody been playing? We actually have answers instead of, oh, I've still been playing this. I've still been playing this. And it's not because we're slow gamers or anything. It's just because we're poor like everyone else. We're not just buying games every week. Yeah, and we're slow gamers. And games are, credit to the games. They're making better games that we can actually stick to for longer. So,
Motherfucker, you said you weren't going to do that.
I can cut that out. I can cut all those coughs out. So don't draw attention to them when I do them.
Which means draw as much attention as possible.
Just keep it in there.
So, there's so many people tuning out right now. So, what has everyone been playing?
No.
Man, I've still been playing. No. I'll start. I did get Pokemon Sun, which I guess is the next thing on the dock.
Yeah, we'll go into that because I know you have something you really want to talk about.
I will save it for Pokemon Sun, but I've also been playing Mario Maker for the 3DS. This is a game that I've had for the Wii U. I loved it a whole bunch, but my son hijacked it. It's in the Wii U's in his room now. But so now I've got it.
Charlie.
I've got it on and now people know my kid's name, Black Sheep, and they can come and kidnap him, which is fine. No, but I have it on 3DS now. It's nice. I can just make Mario levels in my pocket. That is awesome. And so now I can just hand it over and say, here you go. Here's a level. Do it.
That's what I do.
No, you don't.
I do have Mario. No, I don't have it at all.
When was the last time you played a Mario game?
Probably that last level you created at your house.
Oh, jeez.
Oh my god, that was like way before Tim Bob and I started dating.
Yeah, that was forever ago.
Yeah.
That was over
that
a year
audio clip
ago.
that I put in there freaked y'all out so much.
Oh my god.
I was like, run. I said, run and don't jump. And they were like laughing their asses off. And they just died. Couldn't even finish the level.
Yeah.
It caught me off guard so bad.
You can do that in the 3DS. You can record your voice and put them in the level.
Nice.
So don't get freaked out if I do that again.
Okay, well, I mean, we know it was coming, but then it was just a total surprise.
But you didn't tell us what exactly the sound was.
I wanted y'all to be
That's
surprised.
why it freaked us
I
out.
had a bunch of surprises in store, and I wanted it all to be organic.
Plus, I was trying to make her laugh, so yeah. And I kept saying,
Oh.
Noodla!
Yeah.
That still works. Over a year
Still,
later,
yeah.
it still works.
I wish I had never invited y'all over that day.
It's like, this was a mistake. James just leaves.
So yeah, that's what I've been playing. Oh no, and I'm very late to the game, but I finally got Shadow of Mordor.
You like it?
Finally got it, and I'm just sitting here like, I love the Nemesis system, or what's it called?
Yeah, that's
right.
it.
I love the Nemesis system so much.
The Nemesis Project.
It's so good.
I would love to see it in other games. So, yeah.
The Nemesis system is good. It's great.
And yeah, I'm super late to it, and
Did you get it on a Black Friday sale? It was like $10.
I got it for $20.
$20, yeah.
I didn't get it on a Black Friday sale. I just was like, oh, it's $20.
Yeah.
And it's fun. I like it. It's the combats. Well, I'm not going to talk about this game that came out like 3 years ago.
It's Batman and Assassin's Creed
exactly.
put together.
People already know what it is, so yeah. I finally got it. Haha. And I've been playing Minecraft again.
Ugh.
How dare you?
Blasphemy.
I've been playing just like some older games. Like I have an emulator. I've been playing like Super Mario All Stars, which was like the greatest hits.
Yes.
Of all the Mario
Nice.
games. So.
1, 2, 3, Lost Worlds and Super Mario
You must have been
World.
playing that while I haven't been around.
Yeah, a little bit. So, but I mean, and I don't
He's
know.
like, I do things when you're not around.
I don't tell you everything. No, but yeah, like that was one thing I was really getting into was just the older games. I know I downloaded like Mystical Ninja, like a lot of really older stuff.
Super Nintendo, regular Nintendo, Sega, all that. Yeah, and you know when that little mini NES came out, everybody was like getting excited, and they couldn't get their hands on them, and people were buying them and putting them on eBay for like $300.
I've seen some for like $1,000.
I was sitting there like you poor souls. And like that day, I went home. I like downloaded a regular Nintendo. Come on, man, we're recording a podcast. Intel MEFW recovery agent.
Fuck off.
That's actually kind of what brought on me, like, from that, because
yeah.
I was like, I can do that now.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I was like,
They were spending $60. I think it came with one controller and like 30 games.
Oh, hell no.
And we can get the emulator, all the games, and then spend $8 on a USB controller.
See, I have a disc at home that has every Nintendo game on it, pretty much.
Yeah.
But I still wanted that just because of the presentation itself.
It did look cool.
That
It was
part's
pretty cool, yeah.
I kind of
And then on top of that, you can, like, say I wanted to record it. It's an HDMI,
That's
so that's
true.
another positive.
But I can record that stuff online.
Do it with your, you gotta go through a computer and do all the
doesn't
extra
look
stuff.
as
When I
good,
can just hit like record. And
it's not that much extra stuff, really. And for $60, it's like, dude, I could save $50.
And it's starting to pretty much the best, mostly the best games on there. So
you know, and I went back and I downloaded the regular Nintendo emulator, and I was looking at all the games, and there really is only like 30 playable games. Everything else is either crap or it's insanely hard.
Yeah,
it's like Dark
we gave it a
Souls.
pass back then just because it was a video game, but now in hindsight, it's just like it was a lot of bullshit that came out back then.
I'm not gonna play Fester's Quest because it's too hard.
Like back then, I may have enjoyed it, but now I'm just like, fuck that game.
'Cause we had nothing else to do back when we were kids, so yeah.
I kind of wanted to get that so me and my brother could play, but most of the games we really enjoyed were on the Super Nintendo.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if they came out with
Exactly.
something like that,
They need to make one of those too.
Yeah.
Big
I think
time.
Sega's doing one also.
Uniracers, Mario Kart, Metal Warriors, Super Mario World, which was amazing.
Oh,
yeah.
Was the fucking best.
I was talking to Black Sheep the other day about that, and she didn't know about the change that happens once you beat all the star levels.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And then you
Okay.
go to the
Mario
Do
Masks.
do not judge me. I have never beaten all of the star
Yeah.
like you know, you get
The
all the stuff
Mondo.
on Star Road, and then you go to the star levels.
Yeah.
I have not beaten all of those.
Yeah.
I've never gotten
later
past like
levels
the
are really
second
hard.
star level.
The color palette changes everywhere. Bullet bills become crows. Koopas become Mario masks. Everything is just really weird.
I never got past like the second star level.
That one's tough. The
It
balloons,
really is,
the
yeah.
balloons, yeah, that one's like the hardest level
Yeah.
in that game.
So.
Don't feel bad. Kyle didn't finish the first Mario Brothers.
I finished that the other day after all the hullabaloo about the regular Nintendo. And then, you know, it gets harder after you beat it. It doesn't actually get that much harder. They just change a couple of Goombas to the Beatles, and that's it. And then I beat it again. I was like, what the hell? I beat it like in 30 minutes.
Like, how did you grow up having a Nintendo and not be
Not
Mario?
beat Mario, yeah. I was
Right?
playing Duck Hunt the whole time.
Fuck Duck Hunt.
This is like myself. I used to do the clay shooting part, but that's just me.
Yeah, we had like this mat, and there was like this like Olympic like.
Oh, the
I
power
remember
pad.
that, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
God,
You just
yeah.
left, right, left, right, left, right,
That was
left,
when
right.
you
We just,
just
like,
raced
would
against
use our
this dude
hand.
named like Horse and
It was first it was turtle, and
Yeah,
then it was
yeah.
like horse, and then cheetah, and I forget what
Yeah.
from there, but like.
I never had that, but I always
nobody
wanted-
used their feet. You did that for like
Oh,
2
no.
minutes, and they were just like, "Screw this."
Well, we got all hot and sweaty, and then we were just like, we could just use our hands, so that's what we did.
Yeah.
You can just plug in your controller and do left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. It's the same thing.
Power pad was cool.
But yeah, Super Nintendo is cool, and hopefully they'll come out with one of those. And I might, even though I have an emulator, I still, like you said, I might just buy it because it's the presentation.
If it looks like that Super
HDMI
Nintendo, I'm
cord,
like, you know
yeah.
what? Why not,
Yeah.
man? If
it's
it's
like a mini one.
as long as they don't try to go overboard and go over 60, then
Yeah.
I'm cool with it.
What's gonna get me is if they put that Ninja Turtle like arcade game that was
Yeah.
only on the Super Nintendo.
Oh, Turtles in Time?
Yes,
Yeah.
Turtles in Time
We're
was
all
really
huge
good.
fans of that.
I'll
yeah.
cry if they do that.
And then if they somehow make it 4-player, that would change the game.
Oh
but
my-
it would be that would be awesome.
Like,
And Tim Bob just popped it on her.
like I need that in my life.
You want to throw Foot Clan at the screen, don't you? I completely understand.
So what have you been playing?
Shocked me. I played Destiny, right? Nah, fuck that game.
Ooh.
No, I quit playing.
Yes, good.
Because Not really good because I still want to play. There's nothing else to do, and it's full of lag and it's bullshit right now, so I stopped. And I don't want to break the controller, man. I had to put it up, so I quit. But I've still been playing Overwatch more than anything, which is the fucking greatest game right now. The funnest shit in the world. And
I kind of got run out on that, like.
Yeah,
not run out of it, but just burnt out.
I would get run out of it because I've seen the skill level and I'm already way too late to the game, and I'm just like,
no, man. But you believe it or not, you're not. Like, it's so many different characters to use. Like,
you just stick to one and you become good with it.
Sort of, yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I just kind of got burnt out on it.
I mean, I can see how it is.
I mean, it's cool. Don't get me wrong. I love it, but after a while, I'm just like, okay, maybe I need to do something else.
There's still people that are playing Team Fortress 2 religiously. So.
Yeah, that's true.
And fucking Counter-Strike.
So, I mean, Overwatch is going to be around
Speaking
for a long time.
of Counter-Strike, I actually watched a Counter-Strike tournament on an ESPN channel.
Pros.
I was like, what the hell?
Oh, we made it. We're all
I mean, I knew that they do
see them
tournaments like that on ESPN.
ESPN Korea.
Halo, League of Legends.
Yeah.
Overwatch is next. I think Destiny's coming next too.
Like I've watched League of Legends tournaments.
That's awesome.
I just didn't realize people still did Counter-Strike tournaments.
That's still one of the most popular games like out right now. As crazy as that is.
Yeah. So.
But what else am I playing?
I was gonna say what else.
Other random shit. I finally got Final Fantasy 15, which I'll talk about later, but I still haven't finished it yet. So, same shit, the new shit.
New shit, old shit.
Oh, the Batman Telltale series, I'm playing that too,
Nice.
which is
That's
weird.
Good.
It's really good.
Yeah,
but
it's
really
odd,
weird.
but it's good.
I've been watching the Minecraft Telltale on YouTube.
It's tight, right?
It's cool.
Shout out to Patton Oswalt, man. I need to
yeah.
finish that.
It's a little bit random. I can see how a lot of kids would really like it.
Yeah.
I like it. And so, what have you been playing?
A lot of like indie stuff off of Steam.
Nice.
Party Hard.
That game's cool as fuck.
Yeah,
What is
it's
that?
really cool. Basically, you're this murderer and you just want to sleep, and these people keep having parties. So you just go into the party and you have to kill everyone in the party without getting caught.
That's awesome.
That game's tight.
That's like that Friday the 13th game that's coming out soon, like where you get to play.
It's like a
Jason
top
Voorhees.
down, like it looks like Hotline Miami.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But so you go around, you poison some food here, or you push one guy in the speaker, or
it's
do
like
some
Hitman.
stab, whatever. Yeah.
Like you can
Yeah,
make
exactly.
a car take off and it runs over and splatters a bunch of people.
Yeah.
And
That's cool.
Like you can call an ambulance and it'll run somebody over. It's tight as fuck.
You can set
Kinda
fire to
reminds me of
rooms.
like an Adult Swim game in a way.
It looks like it should be.
Yeah, it really should be. Oh, hell, what else have I been playing? Minor stuff. I like puzzle games. I've been playing Slay Away Camp. It's like you slide around and you have to figure out how to kill these kids.
So you're just killing kids. You're just playing games
I'm on
where
a
you kill
murder
kids.
streak. I'm on a very violent streak.
She's in
And then-
80s.
Yeah.
All right. Just killing
And
kids.
it's actually got a pretty good soundtrack too, and it's very 80s-ish. Like
Nice.
it's kind of like you're making an 80s B.
So you're definitely going to get the
Slasher
Friday
film.
the 13th game when it comes out, right?
Oh, totally.
Okay. Yikes.
And then we'll talk about it later, but I started playing The Last Guardian.
Last Guardian. Let's talk about that whole chunk of games right now. We said we were going to put off Pokemon, Final Fantasy, and The Last Guardian. We'll talk about those right now. I'll start off. Pokemon Sun. Everybody was like telling me. I waited a couple of days. I just wasn't going to get it. Everybody knows I quit Pokemon because some people were just like hacking their Pokemon. They were downloading Pokemon from their phone and somehow putting them into their games. And so, that takes all the competition out for me. If I'm going to spend day after day,
That just kind of defeats the purpose of the game.
Well, this is terrible, but I would lose sleep, and sometimes I would even play Pokemon while driving to work or to home. And I know everybody's probably mad at me right now because that's super scary to think that somebody's playing Pokemon on the road. But I just tap A lot. I'm just like grinding. And so what's the point of me grinding and doing like EV training and IV training and spending all my time neglecting my kids, neglecting my wife, when people are just downloading the perfect Pokemon? So what's the point? So I just stopped playing. Well,
That's understandable, though.
My brother called me and he was like, "This game's a lot harder than the other ones," and I was like, "Shit!" That was like one of those things that made me want to get it. And he was like, "I think that they stopped all the hacking," and I was like, "Shit!" And then like two other people, Jana and my friend Brendan, came in and they were like, "This one's a lot harder than the last ones," and they did away with gyms. And so I was like,
Really?
Yeah, there's no gyms in this one. It's like island challenges, and there's like 16 or more of them. It's
So
like,
basically, the islands are kind of like your gyms.
yes, but there's weird tests where like you don't fight Pokemon. You have to like do puzzles to get to this Pokemon that's like mega enhanced, and it is different, but it's not really that different. You don't beat the trainer. You beat like the super powerful giant Pokemon. It's like a different version of normal ones that you see.
You said the key word that makes me want it. Puzzles.
Yeah. And then the Pokemon can, like, now they can cry, and then other Pokemon will come into the battle, like, in the middle of it.
What?
So now instead of just fighting one, you have to fight 2 or 3 or whatever. And it was a lot more challenging. I beat it pretty fast. I was trying to get through it so I could start challenging my brother. I was already too late. But I noticed a couple of things that were kind of upsetting me. Like you said, the island challenges aren't too much different from the gyms. Then the whole Team Rocket, Team Skull thing, that all felt the same. And then Kaiser posted on Facebook that he got a Japanese shiny Ditto. And
Yeah, he said something about somebody sent it to him.
yeah, with like perfect IVs or whatever. And if you get a Ditto from another region, like Japan, there's more of a chance that if you breed with that, you could get more shiny Pokemon. That's how I legitimately got my first shiny Charmander, was breeding with a German Ditto. And it just, once he said that, I was like, there's no way. It already had the Pokevirus and everything. I was like, there's no way that this game is out right now and people already have that. So I kind of got discouraged about that. And then the game also lags. It lags.
That's,
Why do I have a game on my 3DS that lags? Every time you see like more than one Pokemon, the game will slow down. Or when you do like a Z move and your Pokemon starts to get powered up and do a bunch of cool shit and the graphics, they lag. Wow. Now, like, why did you put this in the game if it's gonna lag it? And I tried, and I brought it up to Jana, and I brought it up to a couple people, and they go, "Oh, it's what's the big deal?" It's like, it shouldn't be doing this in 2016. Yeah. Well, my Pokemon game should not lag.
We should be past that.
That should never be a thing that I have to worry about. Anyway,
I feel like that game's not graphically demanding enough.
Exactly.
For that
so that was well, at least I know that they pushed it to the limit, but. Yeah. But that was upsetting. So that's all I wanted to say about Pokemon Sun and Moon. I'm not playing Sun or Moon anymore until Game Freak does something about all the cheaters. Otherwise, if you can't beat them, join them. No, not really. I'm not playing it. I'm never playing it.
So, yeah.
So, Final Fantasy 15.
Anybody else get that?
I haven't gotten it.
I'm not going to play Entourage Japan Edition.
It's more than that, man. The crew you play with, the 3 other dudes, they interact so much while you play that it's just fun. Like,
feels like you're with friends.
Yeah, you can either play real time or turn based. I'm clearly going to choose real time, but because I don't feel like hitting A and waiting. But
don't blame me on that.
It's fun, man. Like,
it's tradition.
I like that they give you the choice.
It is, but yeah, like you can go either way. And I think they tried to warm you up with the last game, Type 0, where it was automatically real time. So it was so you could choose either way. So I'm cool with this way than the other way.
That is cool that they give you the choice though. Like, it's not often you see that.
But I went in thinking the same thing. I was just like, who's this fucking K-pop group, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, no, they're actually pretty tight. Like, just the way that they talk to each other and shit. But
that makes it even worse. Like, when you're playing like The Last of Us and Ellie's just talking like while you're doing stuff, you fall in love with her because she's telling these goofy, corny jokes or whatever. And then she somehow grows on you. She starts to just feel like your daughter. And spoiler alert, by the end of the game, you get the choice to either save the world or save the girl. And if you save the girl, the world is doomed. And like 9 times out of 10, I don't think anybody made the choice to save the world. You pull a gun on the scientists and you get that girl out of there. And you're like, fuck the world. I'm saving the girl. Yeah. And it's because of those weird little moments where it feels like you're just hanging out with somebody.
That's how it was when I played Life is Strange. It was just like either you can save Chloe or you can save the town. And I'm just like, everybody's got to die.
Yeah. And they've been doing that a lot in games lately. It's just kind of making these characters grow on you. And I think it's really cool that they can do that. Like games, you don't need a great story, but like just have a character that feels like your best friend. Yeah.
character development and art direction. Oh no, go ahead. Go
Okay,
ahead.
go.
Sorry, man.
No, you're good. You're good.
No, it's cool. I mean,
Excuse me, was my conversation interrupting your coughing?
no. He's dying. Leave him alone. He's dying. No,
Finally.
the things that really make a good game are character development and art direction.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you have like a theme, like a direction that your art's going, it doesn't have to be the best, but if it all looks good, then you get a winner. And if you have character development, then all the characters feel. I mean, there's only so many different types of stories that there are out there. And so you can have kind of a base story. I mean, that's what like Pixar does, like really simple stories, but they have good characters. They feel real.
That's like the opposite of what Minecraft is. No character development. The art style, well, you can change it with texture packs, but
Oh gosh, I would have to.
yeah, you saw the texture pack I was playing with.
Yeah, I mean
Svax.
that would look good.
Yeah.
Like, what would you say it was like?
It's called Svax Texture Pack. SPHAX. I suggest everybody play Minecraft with that. It makes everything look like you're in a comic book rather than the Minecraft classic graphics, which I can never play again because it is terrible.
Well, I looked at it and like it was just hard to tell what some things were. Like I had to sit there and look at it for a while. And
That's
was
a
like,
chicken.
like, okay, that's a chicken. And
No, that's a silverfish. Wait a minute.
or like stuff would start to happen and like blow up, and I was like, what is going on? And like I literally couldn't tell what was going on because it was so crummy, you know. I mean,
All right, don't want to talk about Minecraft anymore.
okay.
No, but okay. Other than the cool guys that you're hanging out with from Final Fantasy 15, what else did you like about it? Or
I mean,
dislike?
if you like Final Fantasy, there's no reason you're gonna dislike this game. If you like fighting gigantic monsters all the time, check. If you like fucking summons that can reach the fucking sky and kill everything, check. It's all that same shit's there. It just moves nicely. The side missions aren't bad, and it's just fun, man. I'm 22 hours in, I think now, and I'm only on chapter 9. And there's 14, so
Oh, nice.
I still got a bunch to go. But
And then you've been doing
Yeah.
the side quests and everything.
yeah, and like the way they interact, like there's one of the dude's name is Prompto. He's like the one guy that talks damn near the entire fucking time. He takes like selfies and shit, and he'll be like, hey, let's go over here and take a picture. You just like man, do we have to, man? He was like, let's just do it. It's like, all right.
Shut the fuck up, Pronto.
Yeah, like you can actually tell him no sometimes and be like, no, I don't feel like it. And he'll just be like, okay.
You hurt his feelings.
Yeah.
I know some guys like that.
Yeah, but it's all the characters are cool. Like the food looks fucking super real, and it creeps me out because people have been posting pictures
I
of
was
some of the
gonna
food lately, and I'll be like,
yeah.
I can't tell if that's real or not.
Yeah,
but it's the game.
somebody
It's
posted
weird.
a picture on Facebook the other day, one of my friends, and I was looking at it going, that looks amazing. How
I
did
wanna
you
see
cook
this.
that? And then they were like, no, this is from Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
And I was like, what?
It looks
I was
super
like,
real.
you were shitting me.
Like,
That is a lie.
They have cup noodles on the game for you to
Oh
buy.
my god,
and eat.
I heard
That's
that
all
was
it's like.
that was like the big thing.
Yeah,
cup
it's cool.
noodles.
It's weird.
That's starting to make me kind of think about like River City Ransom in a way.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Where you could just buy different kinds of foods, just eat them.
It kind of feels that same way, except that when you can't like one of the dudes cooks.
If they made a River City Ransom for the
I'll cry, man.
PS4,
I'll
no.
cry.
I'd just get one friend and we hide in the room in the dark and we play the shit out of that game.
I will cry. But I'm gonna try to finish it sometime later this week. But that game is great, man. I've been waiting 10 years for this fucking game. It finally came out, and I'm not upset at it. So kudos to Square Enix.
All right, Black Sheep, tell us about The Last Guardian.
Speaking of games you've been waiting for,
6 years.
yes, 6 or 7, something like that. I started playing this about 4 or 5 days ago. I'd have to say it was worth the wait. I can say I'm pretty sure. Are you gonna cry over there?
No, I'm just saying, like, it was like what I was just talking about with Ellie and then The Life is Strange.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
You
do
really
these
care about
things,
that little kid.
and now
Yeah.
you're gonna
No.
care about that creature.
It's not. Yeah, I was gonna
That's
say it's not
MJ.
even the little kid. And don't get me wrong, the little
Trico,
kid is
I think his name
adorable.
is.
But Trico, the beast,
Trico's a Pokemon from the 3rd generation.
Right?
Trico is a bird dog now.
he's a catbird dog. No, this game I completely think was worth the wait, and I'm pretty certain that the reason that it kept getting pushed back was because they were trying to get the AI for Trico just right.
So there is AI, or is it scripted?
Trico's a fucking asshole sometimes.
He can be. Don't get
Yeah,
don't get me
Trico
wrong. He
will
can be.
literally not listen to you sometimes.
Yeah,
He'll just be like,
there's-
"No, I'm not doing that."
But that's one of the things is
That's the cool part about that.
it gives you that
Like,
feeling
is
of
he
you are
scared,
actually
or-
talking to an animal.
Yeah.
You're
You
like,
are
come
trying to
on,
yeah.
do it.
Yeah, like
But like the spatial awareness that this creature has, like there's times where you'll run up to the creature as it's walking towards you, and it will hesitate to step on you, whereas it doesn't. Instead of
It knows
just
you're
stepping
running.
down and it clips through you. No,
That's cool.
like it knows where you are. Like it has the spatial awareness. Whenever you throw food to it, it'll reach out and snatch it out of the air.
That's friggin'
his
awesome.
name is Falcor. That's what I'm gonna call him.
Ah, yeah.
Or just the fact that
Now I want to play it.
Yeah.
Tall Falcor.
right, just the fact that you can place this food for this creature
We're going
anywhere in the
down, boy.
We'll
room,
find it.
and it can find it. It just the fact that it can turn its head to these odd angles just to pick up this food.
That's cool.
I got a PS4. I don't want to say fully for this game, but it's a pretty big part of the reason why I bought a PS4.
Yeah.
Now, is it like you hit buttons to do these things, or can you actually talk?
You have to like hit buttons to
That'd be a cool
call
update,
call
though.
Trico.
You don't even. It's not even a real language.
Yeah, well,
That's
it's just like
with
with Shadow of the Colossus, they mix languages. Which, of course, this is the quote-unquote spiritual successor
Yeah.
of Shadow of the Colossus, and what
Eco.
is it? Eco? Yeah.
Ico. Just kidding.
But,
Ico.
I mean,
Pronounced
the
Ico.
AI is amazing. Shut up. The AI is amazing.
Yeah.
The graphics are beautiful. It does have that cel-shaded look to it.
Well, I'm not. Nobody
yeah.
here cares about cell shaded. They've improved cell shaded so much since
Yeah.
cell damage for the Xbox,
Yeah.
the Ridge.
Cell damage.
But I had actually heard some people complaining about the fact that it's got
See,
that
people are
cel-shaded
mad-
look to
like-
it. And I'm like, what's the problem?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't understand. It looks beautiful.
It's like I wouldn't say Falcor, but Trico looks.
Just
he
call
looks
him Falcor.
he looks cel shaded, but like the kid kind of looks
Yeah.
polished, so it is kind of weird.
Yeah.
It still is good though. It doesn't look bad by any
Probably
means.
weird
Yeah.
feathers hanging off of us.
Yeah, that it looks fucking tight with him just standing still and like you can see the
Yeah.
wind blowing through and stuff.
Yeah. The story's really well paced too. I mean, it kind of goes back and forth between action and like calmer moments, and it's not like there's a whole bunch of action all at once and then just like a little bit of calmness or a whole lot of calmness and then a little bit of action.
So it's not a Quentin Tarantino movie, is what you're telling me.
Yeah. And I mean, the whole premise of it,
Sorry, that's pretty funny.
the whole premise of it is that you're stuck in this random place with this beast, and you're basically just trying to
Yeah.
find your way out.
I think that's what's great about it is
Yeah.
they give so little context, so that, like everything that happens, you're like,
Yeah.
it raises a whole bunch of questions.
So you shoot a little ghost girl. So little context.
Low blow, low blow.
Sorry, that was an inside joke to a Dungeons and Dragons campaign that we played yesterday, where I got Timmy to shoot a little girl.
she was a
Because,
ghost.
because I provided no context. He was staring at him, and I gave him a gun.
Turns out she was giving him the stink eye.
So she is super
The
dead
ghost
now.
She is ultra dead. Anyway, moving on.
But I mean, in going back to the subject of making characters that you love, I'm pretty sure that everyone has figured out by now. Either one or the other of these two characters is gonna die.
Those games always have
It's-
some
it's
ending like
obvi-
that.
It's obvious.
You've been killing gods! Cool.
It's very obvious. But god damn it, if Trico dies, I am going to
Just buy
riot.
Pokemon Ruby and pick Trico.
I'm gonna say Trico. I don't see the kid dying and then Trico living.
Yeah.
It's gonna be Trico.
It's gonna like evolve at the last second, save the kid, and then
Yeah.
die and saving him, and then you're gonna be like
Well-
tears, tears, tears.
Because like the guy, the narration that does happen, which is really sparse, which is really,
Yeah.
it's weird. He's like, I remember the beast looked like this.
Yeah, it's obviously the boy
As he grow up.
as a grown up. So clearly, if somebody in this dies, it's going to be Trico. Like obviously, there's going to be some sort of sacrifice.
It's
that-
gonna
Falcor,
it's gonna be
man.
Trico talking, and the beast is the little boy that he's referring to. Boom! M. Night Shyamalan.
But I mean, just this game is
Look at
honestly
beast.
this game is honestly breathtaking. I mean, literally at one point I was playing it and holding my breath because there was just so much tension.
Nice.
And it wasn't just like, it wasn't a bad tension. It was that tension that you enjoy
Yeah.
seeing it.
It's making you feel stuff.
Yes, it's
and, like,
making you feel.
Oh, yeah.
games are
Don't
doing
get-
that a lot nowadays.
I was gonna say, and don't get this game if you're afraid of heights.
Oh my God, no.
because-
I have vertigo.
Playing this, I'm just I'm having just panic attacks because there are these scenes where you're just like up on top of this like giant mobile looking thing.
I won't play this VR with
And
this.
oh my God, no! I would
Just throw
literally,
up.
I'm pissing my pants right now.
I would
It
literally
feels
have a heart
real.
attack. I would have a heart attack. But I'm playing this, and I just happen to pan down with the camera, and I'm just going no.
No.
You know what's fucked up? I realize the older I get, the more vertigo I get. Like, I'll watch like a parkour video, and I'm just like, can't.
Nope.
Like, I never had this problem, but I was just like, why the fuck is this happening now? But it's
Yeah.
fucking me up. It's weird.
Motion sickness playing a game. You're like, am I a woman now?
I don't know what you're talking about. I've got a dick dong, remember?
That sounds cool. I don't think I'm gonna play Final Fantasy 15, but I might get.
That's a lot of man hours, man. Yeah.
I'm free of the curse of Final Fantasy. Not to say that Final Fantasy's bad, but I loved Final Fantasy growing up, and now I'm just like, it's all the same. You ride a chocobo, and you do.
That's the cool part. There's always somebody named Sid in every one of them.
Sid. Oh, Sid. Hey, where'd you get that eye patch, Sid? Anyway, so yeah, that's cool. Let's talk about the Nintendo Switch reveal.
Aw, snap.
I gotta say something. I feel like that commercial, the first one, was like insulting.
The first reveal.
When it's
one
like
they did?
showing like, I'm going to a party.
Oh,
Better
yeah.
take my Switch.
Yeah.
And then it's like 4 kids in a giant empty warehouse, like playing.
Like,
like,
I see what y'all trying to do. I'm just saying the execution really wasn't that cool.
and the guy's like
But-
playing on an airplane. It's like, okay, we're gonna get it, but don't insult us.
Right?
It's fucking Reggie's fault, man. Going back to that NES bullshit, to the Mini, he said that he just made a statement today saying that they didn't think that the Mini NES would sell that well. That's why there wasn't that many. I'm just sitting there like, really? Like, what the hell do you mean you didn't think it would sell that well? This isn't the fucking Wii U. It's $60.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't it? People are paying that shit to money for fucking amiibos every day. You think that would sell that well?
We don't want your new gimmicks that are like hard to understand why you're doing it.
He didn't want people to buy that shit more than how the fucking Wii U turned out. That's why that
Yeah.
shit wasn't.
It's like, buy our new stuff. Go buy your
Yeah,
old stuff.
yeah.
And we're all just into the nostalgia worlds.
But I mean, yeah, I don't know. I'm holding my opinion on the Switch until I see that fucking price tag.
Well, I'll say this.
Wait, holding your what?
My full opinion until I see that price tag.
Oh, I thought you said
his
holding your
peen.
peen.
I thought
Oh, no.
I did too.
I was like, well,
I'm waiting.
I mean,
this
I'm
has got very sexy.
holding my P now.
So, now, I've had every Nintendo console that's ever come out, and that's not going to change with the Switch. And it's not just because I'm a loyalist, but they are great party consoles.
Yeah.
And this one, even more so than the Wii U. Like, the fact that that one controller can turn into 2 controllers, and, you know, I can have people come over and we can play the Switch, and it's just a great go-to. Nintendo always has a bunch of great party games. Mario Party, Mario Kart, Mario, now that all 4 characters can run around together and throw each other off of levels. Mario Strikers. I'm going to stop saying things. I was just playing. But no, like, they do. They always have great party games. It's Nintendo. You're going to have fun with it. And now the Switch has made it to where you can play it anywhere. And so, yeah, I'm going to get it.
It looks cool. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of want to. But if it's like, depending on that price tag, that's where I'm gonna draw my line because I don't know.
I do have 2 small sons, and I'm probably going to lose the controller
Those are
pieces.
itty
It's-
fucking
yeah.
bitty
Yeah.
controllers.
Everything is so modular, and it comes with so many little weird pieces that I'm probably going to lose, like, the left one, and then it's just going to be fun. I'm just going to be
It's
fun.
always the left one.
You know, I go into stores. I go into the Game Exchange, and I'm like, hey, do y'all have like a power cord for like just the Wii U thing? And they're like, no. And nobody ever has the pieces that I lose or get messed up for Nintendo. So that's just going to be more stress. But I'm signing up for it. I don't care.
One of these days, his son is going to poop a big, giant cube of plastic.
Nintendo.
Turns out he's been eating it
He's
all.
swallowing it whole. I'm not even mad. I'm just impressed.
I'm just happy they finally got a legitimate third party support now. Like for,
I still don't trust that.
I mean, they've all come out and said it themselves though. If they hadn't said anything and it was just Nintendo making that statement, and then I'll be like, then I don't know. But like Bethesda and all them, they've all come out saying that they're going to fully support Nintendo Switch. So I'll give it that. Like they finally got something instead of just being like only Nintendo games that people want to play.
But what if it's just to play catch up and we get Skyrim and things that have?
Oh, well, that's not even like a full thing. That was just kind of like a little demo for that commercial.
And I still feel like it's going to be a weird port that's going to have some weird differences.
I wouldn't doubt if it did. I mean, it just came to the Xbox One and PS4 like a month ago, so...
Yeah, but that's the enhanced one. The one that comes out for the Switch is going to be like old school Skyrim.
No.
Your character's going to be all blocky, and I'm just going to be like...
No, it's full 1080. It'll be just like how the rest of these look. So. The only difference is that now, in March, that comes out in March, and then holiday of 2017, the Xbox Scorpio comes out, which is like... the greatest console of all time that's going to be. And then the PS4 Pro just came out like a month ago. So it kind of sucks at the same time, but still, like, it's still going to be cool, though.
I'm going to be so poor.
That's another reason why I'm holding off, because I don't know how much that's going to be.
And I'm still trying to save up for a VR headset, and so it's like...
Yeah. Now that I have a PlayStation, I kind of want to get one.
My kids can go to virtual college.
Yeah, it was cool though.
And we're all excited about Zeldor.
Yeah. It was on Jimmy Fallon the other day. He played it. He was the first one who got to test it, like, where we actually saw footage of it, and he was freaking out the whole fucking time.
That's cool. That's awesome.
Like, I forgot the name of the... Is it Miyamoto? Can't remember what his name is, but he was there. He's one. I think he's the one who created Zelda. He was there during the Jimmy Fallon show.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And then when the Roots band played the Super Mario Brothers theme song, that was tight.
Like a whole Nintendo episode.
Yeah, that was cool as hell.
There was a very clear theme.
Nintendo, hang in there.
Yeah,
that's all we gotta say.
They're listening to this, and they just like yes, do like a little fist bump.
We believe in you. Not
like,
really.
I was gonna give up.
So the PlayStation experience happened.
There's only 2 games that I brought up to talk about because the rest of them are just kind of like,
Parappa the Rapper.
That my bad. I left off the list. My bad. Parappa the Rapper is coming back in fucking 4K. Why the fuck not?
Yeah,
I'm not upset at that.
It'll be a fun, colorful experience.
Yes, I can kick, punch, and everything now in 4K. They're bringing Crash Bandicoots back too.
Yes.
Those are all gonna be in 4K. That was cool. But the 2 main games were
I want to take you for a ride.
Yes. Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite is coming out, and
I want it to go back to
it looks
2D.
fucking tight.
I don't want it to be.
After what I watched the gameplay of it, I don't. It looks so fucking good.
Marvel vs. Capcom 3 was a huge disappointment.
You know why? Because it lacked characters. I don't think it was because of the style of it. It just didn't have anybody to play with.
You can download characters.
But like the weird thing in this one, there's not going to be any X-Men characters in Infinite.
Really?
Yeah, there's none. I don't know. I don't know how that works.
I don't know. I can't.
I think it may have had something to do with the whole Fox Marvel thing. So I don't know if that was the problem, but like there's no X-Men characters in here.
That's weird that the character rights would bleed into that when the comic book characters can all still hang out.
I don't know how that whole shit works.
Oh my god.
This is why I hate Fox and wish they didn't exist.
So there's going to be a Marvel vs. Capcom where you can't play as Wolverine?
I think so.
No. I don't. Or Cyclops. I used to play Cyclops all the time.
No, none of them. No more of the cheap characters that they used to have.
Stay in the back.
Yeah. So you can't get like Cyclops and Cable and just sit in the back and just hate that over and over.
That Cable, that giant gun.
Yeah. And Miss Marvel's in the game. I mean, that was cool. I was just like, that kind of threw me for a loop. But
Carol Danvers stuff.
Yeah. The only thing they just showed, it was her and Iron Man going against Ryu and Mega Man X. So I was just like, yo, it looked tight as fuck.
Okay, so basically they have the Marvel Cinematic Universe characters.
Yes, they just won't have. I don't think they'll have the ones that Fox owns.
Spider-Man.
Fox fucked everything up.
James.
I hate
Spider-Man.
you, Fox.
They didn't. I don't know. They didn't say anything about Spider-Man, so I don't know how that's gonna work. But since they worked the deal,
not have Spider-Man.
Yeah, they worked the deal out with that though, so that may be a go. So I don't know how that's gonna.
They might as well not come out with a Marvel vs. Capcom. If you can't play as Spider-Man. Yeah. I would say the same thing about Wolverine too. You might as well chill out. Maybe they'll figure it out and you can download them later. It might be. It's a new age where if you get certain characters in a fighting game, you don't have to wait for the sequel to get the characters. You can just download them now.
As long it's coming out for all systems, and so they're not doing that bullshit where that Capcom did with Street Fighter V, where it was just a PS4 exclusive and nobody bought it. So
Well, it's kind of hard to buy an unfinished game.
That too. That was another problem. But that looked cool, and at the very end of it, they revealed The Last of Us 2. It was just Ellie sitting in the fucking room, singing on a guitar, and fucking Joel walked up and said something. You just like, I thought you were. So he's not? So we don't know if he's dead or not. It's him. It's his voice. We don't know if either A, he's not dead, or B, that's just her fucking imagination talking to her.
Oh, what if she's crazy?
Turns out she's
That would be
gone
awesome.
nuts.
That would be awesome if you got like an imaginary Joel helping you.
Yeah, that would be cool as fuck. But I don't know. It's one of those two because I thought he was fucking dead, but he's up there talking to her, and I'm just like, but she didn't really respond to him, so I think that's just her head fucking with it. I don't know. But I mean, everybody got excited as fuck on it. I knew it was coming out, but just seeing the trailer.
You know what they need to do? Because I watched that trailer, and you can hear the oohs and ahs and the screams.
Yeah.
I like that. I don't want to just see a trailer where I don't know what it is like nowadays.
It's cool watching the trailer with like an audience's reaction to it.
It's like, oh,
yeah,
and it's like, I don't know. It was making me excited.
During the Marvel vs. Capcom, there was some black dude there that was just like standing up, just running around, screaming. Everybody was just like,
oh my god, I saw that.
Yeah, that dude was freaking out.
So,
yo, calm down.
The Last of Us 2, I'm going to have to get a PS4 now. Thanks a lot.
But yeah. I like that they kind of left it just
it
open-ended.
Yeah, it didn't show his face. It just showed him at the door.
You know what? I might just watch somebody else play it on Twitch. Those games are pretty linear. The Naughty Dog games.
Yeah.
Like, they feel real open. They look beautiful. You can watch it like a movie. You get emotionally invested either way. I'm probably just going to save my money and watch it on Twitch.
I got Uncharted 4. I need to play that. I haven't played it yet. I played like 5 minutes of it, and I was like, it's pretty cool.
I'm not a big fan of the Uncharted series.
See, I wasn't, because I've never played the first 3, so I wasn't even going to play this. I was like, I'm not going to sell it to somebody. I don't want to play it, but then the first part of it, like you're on a fucking boat and getting attacked by people, and I was like, okay, it's kind of fun. I can't lie.
I mean, it's all right.
Cool.
It's this new Indiana Jones, man.
Yeah, that's There's
gonna be a movie with Kiefer Sutherland coming out real soon. I made it part of it.
Don't.
Mark Wahlberg was attached to play him, and I was just like, I don't even want to see that either.
Nathan Fillion, bro.
Yeah.
He's a little bit too old now. All right, the gaming awards. What's that?
That just happened. That was a couple of weeks ago, but it was just a quick run through of oh shit. Overwatch got Game of the Year.
Tight.
Imagine that.
Yeah. And,
not that I'm salty about that.
Yeah. And I think Naughty Dog got Developer of the Year.
That's good.
And Blizzard still should have probably got that, just for the fact that they had Overwatch and Hearthstone and a bunch of other shit. So I still think they should have got it, but it's like whatever.
Skylanders has been off the charts.
Yes, but they just showed some. They showed a couple of trailers, but the main trailer that I want to talk about was Hideo Kojima's trailer for Death Stranding. Has anybody else seen the new one?
Yes.
No.
Oh my god.
Which is just confusing us, but I like that question.
Exactly. I don't know what the fuck is going on, but I don't care because oh my god.
Did it give you a general idea of the premise of the game?
Nope.
Or?
You have
it's
zero idea what's going on.
Imagine that, Tim Bob.
we're still reeling from the lack of closure from PT, the playable trailer.
Yeah.
And it's not that, but we're just seeing Norman Reedus in a game, and it's like it feels like a spiritual successor. Like we're gonna get some sort of closure.
Wait, did you see the new one didn't have Norman Reedus?
Yeah.
Oh, you saw okay.
With actual Guillermo del Toro and the machine.
Fucked me up when he turned around and was like, "Holy shit, he made it!" Because I didn't think he was gonna be in it.
Yeah. And if you actually play the two trailers simultaneously, there's something interesting that happens where Norman Reedus is holding a baby at one point, and then suddenly it disappears and he's very confused. And if you play the trailers at the exact same time,
oh shit!
That little tube that
Guillermo del Toro turns on a machine and a baby appears in the machine at that moment that it's pulled from Norman Reedus.
Yeah.
I knew that's where you're going. Oh my god, that's awesome!
It's just so many questions, and
I need to find this and watch this.
Who? Mads Mikkelsen or Mikkelsen?
Yeah, Mikkelsen.
Yeah. I think he's gonna be the main villain.
Yeah.
Magic word.
Him playing a villain, it's like okay.
Yeah.
Because there is something out of his range.
Guillermo del Toro, Norman Reedus, those graphics, Mads Mikkelsen, sign us up.
Mads Mikkelsen was the magic word for me.
Lost style questions.
Yeah. I was watching that during the Game Awards, and I was just like, I don't know what the fuck's going on, but
y'all need to show me this after the podcast is over.
It's it's crazy.
He was pretty much the main thing of the Game Awards because he didn't get to go last year because Konami blocked him from appearing at any appearances.
I will say this: it kind of looks like, it kind of makes me feel like, what was that movie, In the Mouth of Madness? Or there's like an episode of Extreme Ghostbusters where they do the exact same thing, where it's like the author is being controlled by demons, and everything that he writes becomes reality.
It's kind of like Alan Wake almost.
Yeah, and so what I feel like is that they're playing with the idea of alternate universes or realities or whatever, where like Guillermo del Toro is maybe a dream maker or a movie maker or whatever, and he's experimenting with this new type of thing where the characters in his story are having to deal with like their own storyline plus the randomness of him being able to extract things from this fake world into the real world, maybe. So
there's like a bunch of theories out right now, and I'm just like, I have no one has any idea. Mads Mikkelsen himself says, I still don't know what this game's about. He's like, I'm just happy to be a part of it. I was just like, Jesus.
So that's going to be interesting, and I've been kind of not questioning as much stuff lately because now I'm starting to kind of be okay with spoilers. Like, not okay with spoilers, people spoiling things, but me actually being surprised by stuff.
Yeah.
For the first time ever, James Stillwell is okay with being surprised by things.
Oh, also during those awards, they gave like a really big tribute to Hideo Kojima, and it was really awkward because it almost seemed like the host was like in love with him the way he was so passionate about it. But it was still cool to see where you were everybody kind of just like
the size and the girth.
Your fucking boyfriend, what's going on right now?
Career.
It was touching as fuck though.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Then there's this one game I can't remember the fucking name of it, but some dude made a game about his son who had cancer, and like the game itself is you taking care of your kid and going through like the stages of cancer. Wanted zero
nothing. I want nothing to do. So you get to play Bernard's character in Westworld, basically.
Wow.
I watched maybe like a 10-minute clip. I almost cried watching that because it was one part where the baby was in the crib crying, and I was just like,
man, my stupid kid's all healthy. I'm playing that game. I want to experience that.
I was like, nope, hit that B button. I'm not going to keep watching this.
Make Facebook posts and get people to...
He won an award, though, for like, I think they won it for indie game, and he got on stage, and everybody just went completely silent, and he just started crying, and I was just like, man, hurry up, man. Dang. All right, man.
Won an award for most feels made felt.
That game, I couldn't think of one other game that would make me more sad to play than that. Like, not one other game. I was just like, Jesus. Like, all right, man. It's cool. Kudos to that guy, though. He brought everybody down for like a couple minutes, but it was all good.
So, yeah.
This got sad.
It's like heavy rain, but without the tense stuff. You're just calling for your son because he's in bed, dying.
But yeah, man, Kojima.
You want to switch over to entertainment?
Yeah, movie trailers.
Oh my God, movie trailers. So today it's mid-December, and we just saw a bunch of great movie trailers. Spider-Man: Homecoming, Guardians of the Galaxy, Planet Apes, War of the Planet of the Apes, Fast and Furious 8, The Mummy. Let's talk about some of these. I want to talk about Spider-Man first.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Holy crap. This is a Spider-Man movie I can get behind. Now, a lot of people are getting mad because, like, the Vulture looks dumb, in their opinion. I don't think so. I think Michael Keaton looks, like, intimidating and scary. But that kid...
He told him, he's like, I'll kill you. I was just like, oh, okay.
And that's such a great contrast to how bubbly everything else looks. We're getting a young Peter Parker... even in the Sam Raimi one where Tobey Maguire was in high school, it still felt like, come on, these dudes aren't in high school. He's catching all the crap on the tray. It's like, this looks like a real high school kid movie. And he's
because we look at Tobey Maguire and I'm just thinking, like, you gotta be 30-something playing this character right now.
Well, hell,
like,
just watching it, I knew that Kirsten Dunst was not 18.
Yeah,
I was like, that bitch is almost 40.
You were probably 18 in Small Soldiers. I was like, I remember.
You were like 30 in Interview with a Vampire. But
literally
now we actually have real kids, and it looks like a real high school movie, and then the kid, what's his name, Tom
Holland.
Yeah, he is so likable.
Yeah,
I mean, this is like the second movie I will have seen him in, and I love this kid, and he's a great Spider-Man. Everything looks so fun. They've got Iron Man backing him up and giving him stuff, and I just love it.
That's cool. That's a cool idea, but I feel like they're gonna put a little bit too much focus on Iron Man.
I bet they don't. I bet he's there.
I hope
he
they
helps
don't.
him a little bit, and then he gets out of there.
Spider Iron Man is what I'm calling this movie.
They don't need. They know they don't need Iron Man to do it, but to have that fun little.
I'm hoping
Iron Man's here.
I'm hoping the fact that they're gonna have him even in there, even if it's just for a few minutes. I'm hoping that's just gonna be kind of like sprinkles on the icing.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
not.
Well,
It's nice to have, but it's not necessary.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're trying to tie it all together, and I think they're doing a pretty good job.
Yeah,
of it.
yeah.
So I think
Oh, Marvel's definitely doing a great
Yeah,
job.
Marvel's always been good about tying their.
And they
stuff
gave us
together.
way more than sprinkles of Spider-Man in Captain America 3.
Yeah, he had a
yeah.
full like 15 minutes.
Everybody thought that was going to be the end of the movie where he's just like, hey, he steals the shield. Nah, son. They go and Tony Stark visits Aunt May, and oh man, this is
on the roofs.
such a good. Oh man, so we're all excited about Spider-Man: Homecoming, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
I nearly pissed myself.
That
when I saw
trailer
this.
looks so fun, Baby Groot.
I know.
Baby Groot. That is gonna sell some toys.
Okay, I know Baby Groot was like
Am
the
Groot.
focus of
Am
all
Groot.
the hype for that, but I was super hyped just to
Drax.
see Rocket back.
Rocket's great.
Does
They're all
his
great.
voice sound different than anybody else? Like he's trying to make it lower or some shit. It's
Bradley Cooper's.
like you could tell it was Bradley the first time, but the second
Yeah.
time I was just like, why does he sound like he's talking deeper? It's weird.
Oh, I'm right. I don't know.
I am
Rocket suddenly went into dad mode, guys.
Yeah, well, yeah, maybe that's what it is. Is now
Could be.
he's the
Now
he's the
he's
parent
the-
figure to
yeah.
Groot, which not Groot wasn't the parent figure to him, but it's
Yeah.
like maybe that's what it is. But yeah,
now
they,
he's the protector, whereas
He's
as
sounding
Groot
mature.
was kind of Rocket's protector. You know?
and everything is. It's just looks so fun. I saw Guardians of the Galaxy like 6 times in theaters,
Yeah.
yeah,
and I'm probably gonna see this one maybe like 7 times.
I agree.
Batista's character made me the most hyped.
Drax is
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah,
man.
I
He-
know,
At the end part,
Yeah.
I laughed. I was like, okay, that's pretty
they
funny.
Do
really
it!
brought his
Do
character
it!
out.
I hate David Batista in
Yeah.
every movie he's played for the most part.
Well, yeah, because he's just playing like it's
I'm
weird
going to say this
seeing-
because I just watched the new Kickbox movie he played Tom Poe in. It was fucking terrible. So I'm so salty about that. But other than that, yeah, David Batista.
Yeah.
Don't watch that movie. By the
He's
way.
Calm
good
down
as
over there,
Drax.
Dead Sea.
It's terrible.
What else? Is anybody really excited about this War of the Planet of the Apes?
You know
the
what,
rise
man?
of the return of the
I liked the last one,
Completion
and I didn't
of-
think I would.
You did like the last
Yeah,
one?
I like the
See,
last one.
They made that one seem like it was going to be a big war, but the whole movie took place in a room.
Yeah, it really
You know,
did.
right?
It
Yeah, they were
it
just
took
like
place pretty much in 2 places: the
the
room,
and then it
the
showed
ape,
their
like,
village
Yeah,
every
it
now
showed
and then.
part of the ape colony, and that was
Are you
it.
thinking of the
They
same movie?
were just like in a room, like a dark room, like
They fought
working.
like in a factory and a bunch of
yeah,
other
that
shit,
factory is
Yeah.
what we're talking about.
though. I mean,
That's
where else
it.
they really gonna go though?
It's a big budget movie. Do more stuff. Have the war. Don't just be in a factory the whole time.
I mean, they
It's
did-
a war. I mean, it should be
Which they
bigger
fought.
than just
That's
one
what-
factory.
But they fought the war though, so I don't
Did
understand.
they?
Yes,
I didn't see the war. I just saw them in a factory figuring out if they should trust Caesar.
They fought a shit ton towards the end of that movie.
Oh boy,
Are we watching the same movie?
I didn't.
There was, I will admit, there was a big battle.
Yes,
but I have
it was
to,
huge.
I
Wasn't
have
that
to
great?
agree that it did seem like it was too concentrated in one small area.
Movies need to chill on the whole. Like the big battle doesn't need to be the climax, the culmination of the movie. Lord of the Rings did it great, and like now it's like every movie's got to have like this is our team, this is our team. Let's run at each other Civil War style, and that
That's
stuff's
what you
kind
gotta
of
do.
boring to me now. Like
I mean, it is cliche, but at the same time, I still get hyped seeing fucking Caesar run full speed at some other dude and just like
Caesar's badass.
he is.
I liked the first movie with James Franco.
I like that one too. But I mean,
Each one of these feels so different from the
This
last.
one we got to see their village instead of him being cooped up in a fucking house the whole time. That's why I was okay with
That's
it.
yeah.
But the third one,
Woody Harrelson.
it's got Woody Harrelson in it, so that's
That's-
another
yeah.
fucking reason
That's,
why.
that's a plus.
And he's
for me.
head is shaved and he looks like a fucking psycho. I'm
Looks
just like, why
badass.
not?
Reminds me of what was it?
Matthew McConaughey
No.
in that Dragon movie.
No.
Fucking Rain of Fire.
Rain of Fire.
oh fuck you.
No.
I didn't hate that movie, by the way.
I love that movie.
Shout out to Christian
what was the
Bale.
old Woody Harrelson movie? Had
Cheers.
White man.
I'm
can't
gonna
jump.
punch you
White men can't jump.
played
right in
Billy
your
Oil.
vagina.
All right.
No, it had him and the other girl, Natural Born Killers.
Okay.
That was a great movie.
Seeing him with his head shaved like that, it just reminded me of that.
Yeah, but he's like more buff nowadays, so it's like
That's true.
when he was like Mickey.
He played that movie where he was like the porn dude that owned Hustler magazine.
The world, America versus Larry Flint.
There you go.
Yeah.
The world versus Larry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, now we're just talking about great Woody Harrelson movies.
Right.
Woody Harrelson's cool. So,
But
yeah.
the cool thing I noticed though is that Caesar had like a child on his back as they were like going to where the fuck they were going. But on Woody Harrelson's side, he had apes on his side too.
Yeah.
That were like betraying the other one. So it's
gonna get confusing.
it's gonna be some shit. That's why I want to see it.
Fate of the Furious. Now let me say this. Fate rhymes with 8,
Exactly.
and this
Yeah.
is the 8th one.
Exactly. Oh!
Illuminati!
Oh my god.
I watched that trailer last night and I sat there. I was just like, "What the fuck did I just watch?"
Yeah, I thought they were trying to sell me like for a penny a day you can buy these kids in Africa some money, and I'm just like, what's happening? Is this a trailer?
There was a time where these movies were about vehicles.
Yeah.
That time is sailed.
And now it's like
a long time ago.
Remember when our friend died?
Yeah.
Come watch our movie.
Oh my god.
I was just like, so
You're
now,
talking transporting TVs from a truck to a car while you're spinning around.
so now Vin Diesel's playing the bad guy. Air quotes. So I'm like, you already did this in the 4th movie when what's her name, Letty played. Remember when she was she lost her memory and she was doing it. So you've already done this.
It's gonna make a lot of money.
The 5th movie. Oh, of course. Of course. As an action movie, I'm sure it's going to be perfectly fine. It's going to be great. But the story is dumb, man.
Yeah, man.
And so now every movie you do is just like, who was their previous...
How are they gonna top it though? Either because we've seen some
Got
shit.
Kurt Russell in it, man. That tops it enough.
Yeah, that is cool. That is cool.
God.
But like Jason Statham was a bad guy in the last one. Now he's going to be helping them in this one.
It's like a soap opera.
Yeah.
But like sometimes people are like, well, I'm evil now. Well, I'm good again.
Yeah.
Now I'm evil.
And
It's
before
like
those, The Rock was like the cop. I mean, he wasn't a bad guy, but he was like who they were against.
It's like the
And then
Cars
he's on their
version
side in the next one.
of Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah. It's
We
like,
fight you
yeah.
for a little while,
And now
and
you're on
then
our
you
team.
become our friend.
Now let's go drive somewhere.
I was so mad that you said that. That's all. That is what
I'm gonna watch it, and I'm sure the action movie is gonna be fucking great. But it's just like y'all run out of ideas with the story, man. I was just like,
They ran out of ideas after like the 3rd one.
which is my favorite. By the
3
way.
Fast, 3 Furious.
The one that didn't have Paul Walker or Vin Diesel in it is my favorite one out of all of
DK.
them.
What was that?
That's
Donkey
a
Kong?
lie. It had Vin Diesel in it at the
the
last
very-
second.
I ain't counting that.
You're like, don't ruin it for me.
I'm not counting. He had nothing to do with that movie.
Bow Wow.
Fucking Flash, that dude, that little kid that played Flash with that fucking horse ran that movie. That was his movie.
Speaking of action movies, The Mummy.
I have not seen the trailer for that, so.
You're gonna hate me because
You thought it was cool?
it looked okay. But this is somebody that didn't like the Brandon Fraser ones.
Yeah.
I hated those movies. I don't even like Brandon Fraser like that. I didn't like them since Encino.
Okay, I'm gonna say this. This Mummy is not a reboot of those Mummy movies.
No.
Those were just The Mummy because, yeah, whatever. Brendan Fraser. Those are okay. Those are good action movies. They're fun adventure movies. But The Mummy came out in 1932, and Universal has this idea to make like an Avengers-style universe. That kind of like makes it seem like they're all going to team up and save the world.
This is kind of what they tried to do with the fucking League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Yeah, but they jumped into that too
Yeah,
fast.
yeah.
But League of
You know, I like
Extraordinary
that
Gentlemen,
movie.
and it's
That was
already a
pretty
comic
good.
book,
Yeah.
and so it did have. Anyway, The Mummy. I think it looks okay too. I like the Universal monsters. Yeah, you can see how stressed out I am right now. I love the Universal
Fuck
monsters.
Tom Cruise.
But fuck Tom Cruise. Fuck Tom Cruise. Fuck Scientology. Fuck Tom Cruise. And okay, I'm gonna say
Any
this.
second now, there's gonna be people running in here and just like
Yeah,
kidnap
just
you.
can't take me away. Okay, Minority
It's called
Report
accosting.
was cool. And what was that movie where he kept going through the day over and over again?
Edge of Tomorrow.
Edge of Tomorrow was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
That was really good, I have to admit.
But the more I see Tom Cruise, the less his face looks real. And I don't want
You
my,
know too much.
I don't want my movie to feel like a PlayStation 3 cutscene. PlayStation 3 is okay. The graphics look realistic. but in a movie, and I see everybody looking real, and Tom Cruise's face looks like a PS3 game, nah, son.
I will say
Maybe you should talk to his plastic surgeon about that.
I want to talk to the guy that's doing the graphics of that.
Scientology. I will say
It's not his
when I
fault.
watched it though, I was just it seemed like I was watching.
He was Ethan Hunt.
Mission exactly. It's like I was watching Mission
God.
Impossible, where
Yeah.
like they were running from Ghost Protocol.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I feel like I've seen that scene before. Where you're
He's in
running
an
and shit behind you,
airplane.
fucking up. Yeah.
And so, okay, so there's going to be a hero and there's going to be a monster, but if they're starting the universe off and they're going to make all these monster movies, I feel like they should focus more on the monster instead of the hero. So they should have really just got a bunch of unknown actors. I don't know. Tom Cruise still pulls people in.
That's what I'm about to say. If they really did that, will anybody really care to go watch it though?
Like, oh, what's this?
At that point, they could have went straight to Netflix, which I probably wouldn't even have been upset about. But
the Mummy, it does look cool. The Mummy herself looks awesome.
Yeah.
Hopefully, there's.
Oh, it's a female mummy?
Yeah.
Nice.
It's the lady. It's the woman. What's her name? Sophia Burfoot or Burgo or whatever. Did you ever watch The Kingsman?
No.
Oh my God, you got to see that movie. That movie is awesome.
Yeah.
Tim Bob just looked up like, the fuck?
Y'all need to watch.
Oh, you
Who am
haven't
I
seen it either?
dating?
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
No.
Oh my
Dude,
god! Yeah.
Tonight, y'all watch that movie.
That's
first
one of the
thing.
greatest
That
action
is
movies
like
ever.
awesome. Anyway, she's one of the bad guys in it. She's a double amputee, and she has like swords as legs, and she just fucking
Nice.
slices people up with her legs. And she's going to be the mummy. And I wanted the focus to be on her, but now Tom Cruise is the main character, and people are going to be like, oh my God. Hopefully he dies. Hopefully he's not in any of the future movies. But what I wanted
AKA,
to,
hopefully he dies within the first 5 minutes.
what I wanted to talk about was yesterday I realized who Russell Crowe is playing. Because I finally looked it up on IMDb, and it said Dr. Henry Jekyll. And I fucking
Nice.
got very excited.
Really?
Yes.
Oh my god, I think he's gonna do good at that.
So now
character.
we have the first of the Universal Monsters universe movies, and they're already giving us Dr. Jekyll. So, and it looks like he's got some answers for the main characters. Like he knows shit that they don't know. So I'm kind of hoping that he plays sort of like a Nick Fury role and kind of
That would be cool.
shows up in every monster movie to give the heroes some information.
I mean, I ain't even mad.
Hey man, you could be like the dude from like Turk from fucking Luke Cage. He's been in, like
He's like the weird Nick Fury character just
Yeah.
showing up, getting beaten up by everybody.
Turk's a fucking asshole, but he's been in
He
every
can take some
Netflix series.
hits. Yeah, but yeah, if and I was talking. Who was I talking to? I was talking to Chad Harry, and we were talking about it yesterday. We were really excited about it, and I kept coming up with these theories like, what if he's not Jekyll? What if he is Hyde and he's manipulating everybody?
Into thinking
Yeah,
he's Jekyll.
and then like it just turns into like Michael Cera, and he's like, "Hey guys, it's me, Dr. Jekyll."
Oh, that would
Wait a
upset
minute,
me
you're
so
not
much.
Jekyll. Oh, sorry guys, that was Mr. Hyde y'all were dealing with. Now they've been giving us these giant Mr. Hydes in the Van Helsing movie with Hugh Jackman, and in League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, Mr. Hyde was this big, brooding, like Hulk-like character.
Yeah.
And I don't want Hollywood to think that there's always got to be some Hulk character. And if that is the case, you know, they could just make like the Wolfman or Frankenstein's monster or Creature of the Black Lagoon really big and bulky. What I would like to see, because Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde are the same person, is like no change at all. So you don't know who you're dealing with.
Oh, you know what that
that
reminds
would be
me of?
scary.
It reminds me of actually one of my favorite movies. It's called Mary Riley, and it's about Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, but it focuses more on Dr. Jekyll's like chambermaid.
Who was in that movie?
It was John Malkovich.
That's
Ooh,
right.
nice.
Yeah.
John Malkovich
And-
is good.
And it was very
Except for an
obviously
Aragon
the
movie.
same
I'm thinking of Mary
person.
Shelley,
They
never
just
mind.
did different.
Mary
like,
Shelley's Frankenstein.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was the one with Cameron Diaz. Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, it was really good because it wasn't like
Yeah.
Mr. Hyde
We
wasn't
don't
like
need
this
to
big
see-
hulking
yeah.
creature. He was
Yeah.
just. It was literally just a split personality.
Now what I'm hoping this all culminates to, and I know I'm not going to get what I want here because this is like the most ultimate pipe dream ever. But what I'm hoping this culminates to is they make the Mummy, they make Creature, they make Frankenstein, they make the Wolfman, they make Dracula, and then they make a reboot of Monster Squad.
That's real wishful thinking.
Bro.
As cool as that would be,
Yeah, they're not doing it. But what if they used the kids from Stranger Things? Now, hear me out. Did you watch Monster Squad?
When's the last time you watched it?
Like a month ago.
Did you notice how they use the word fag in there like every
A
other
lot.
sentence? Okay.
Yeah. Well, it was the 80s.
Like,
It was a different time.
I was just like, Jesus
But did you
Christ.
notice that the dad in that movie kind of looks like Shane Bernthal? Cast him. Cast him as the dad in Monster Squad.
Oh God.
Please make all these big budget movies with Tom Cruise and George Clooney and all these people as the main actors, and then actually make the culmination, the movie where they all come together, a Monster Squad movie.
That could be, hey man, I'm
That
not
would be
against that.
so epic.
I'm not against that by any means.
Like, you really spent billions and billions of dollars for this?
And we waited fucking 40 years to remake that, to do a sequel. It's like, damn. That would be tight though. That would be cool.
Are you alright?
Yeah. Oh, there's one trailer I didn't put on here that came out like a few weeks ago, but I forgot. It just hit me now. The Ghost in the Shell trailer.
Oh yeah.
Scarlett
Yeah, you haven't gotten to
Johansson.
talk about that on the podcast.
Man, she surprised me, man. I don't want to say she surprised me. The look of the film surprised the fuck out of me. It was like,
But if
spot on.
if
I'm
it
not
wasn't
upset.
I will say, other than my dislike of Scarlett Johansson, and that's just my personal thing. Other than my dislike of Scarlett Johansson, it looked amazing.
having said that, if it wasn't Scarlett Johansson, how much happier would you be?
Probably a lot
Some-
happier.
If it was Rinko Kikuchi, I probably would be a little bit more excited. But even so, that it's not like
It's not a deal breaker anymore.
it's not. And I was against this from the get go until I watched. But I was just like,
Yeah.
I knew she'd be great for the role. Like that was never my question. Like Major is a one-dimensional person that has no emotions. Like how hard
she's
does to
very
play?
emotionless.
Yeah, like ooh,
They could have gotten anybody.
And
Yeah.
Scarlett Johansson is good at doing emotionless.
exactly. So I wasn't surprised by that, but the way that trailer was when they showed it like shot for shot, I was like, it's like the fucking movie. Like
Yeah,
the
they
falling
did,
down the
somebody
fucking
did that
tower.
side by side
Yeah.
shot, and it was
It
almost
was- yeah.
perfectly.
She already made Elfin lead.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. She wasn't near as cool as Lucy was, but yeah. But that trailer was great, man. I'm not lying. I'm not gonna lie. It kind of shocked me a little bit, and I know people. Some people probably still mad at it, but she did like a event in Tokyo with the director and with the
Everybody is. They don't care.
They
People-
don't.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is they don't care.
They're not the
that
ones
it-
that are upset.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, why are Americans
everyone's
freaking out?
Yeah, everyone's like, oh, it should have been an Asian actor playing
Yeah.
an Asian character. And I'll admit, at first I was like, yeah, it probably should have been. But then I'm
That's
sitting
kind of
here
like how
going,
like
who
hipster
cares?
hipster white people freak out over like black people's rights, and black people are just at home like chill out.
But hey, man, calm that down.
Calm
right?
down.
Why are they freaking out? Y'all
Yeah.
gonna get killed.
I wanted it too. I'm not gonna lie, but like I'm not upset anymore. After I was just like, I'll give it
Yeah.
a chance. I was like, okay. It's not really more so for just that character. It's just for that opportunity itself. Is why people were upset that was just like it felt like another one was taken away when that could have been somebody else. And I am getting tired of fucking Scarlett Johansson playing every goddamn action role.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So that was another gripe that I
We've
did
got
that
so
for.
many actresses now
Yeah.
that I would rather see. This isn't really nerd related, but y'all see that fucking Baywatch trailer?
Yeah,
It looks good.
Yeah.
Alexandra
Yeah.
Daddario.
Yes. When I said we had new actresses, my brain went Alexandra Daddario, and then I went to Baywatch. We are just, yeah.
Oh man.
Oh my
I
gosh.
love her.
Yeah, she's
So
great.
yeah.
She knows exactly what
She's
she's
goddamn
doing.
right she does. All right, man. Last thing. I mean, we can go through this real quick.
Yeah.
Some TV.
Iron Fist looks cool.
Sure.
Luke Cage was great.
Yeah.
Westworld was cool.
I've still got to watch that.
Hey, what's that? There's so many good shows now.
It really is. It's to the point where it's almost overwhelming.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why there's a lot of stuff I haven't watched yet because it's so overwhelming.
I'll tell y'all.
Everything that's coming out right now is so good.
The fucking Flash crossover with the Arrow and that was
Supergirl
great.
and all that? Yeah, that
God
was
damn,
great.
that was perfect. That was great.
I love
I
Melissa
didn't think.
Benoist.
Yeah, Melissa's been moist.
I
I didn't think I was gonna like Supergirl, but it actually surprised me. Supergirl's good.
It's not that well. It's
It's
not
better
that
than the
great of a
fucking
show.
Arrow.
It is. I like it better than the Arrow, but I'm so in love with her. I would watch her in like
Yeah.
the worst show.
One thing that pissed me off though was the her and Jimmy Olsen thing, where I was just like, you spent the whole first season trying to decide whether you're gonna be with the dude or not, and then by the end it was just like, cool, we're together. And then the first episode of the second season, she's just like, nah, we can't do this. I'm like, you made me sit through 20 episodes of that shit for this? Like, come on,
they'll
man.
probably have like a Ross and Rachel type thing where they keep going back and forth.
Make up
Well,
your
she's
goddamn mind.
well now she's like halfway in love with some other was a fucking Dax somebody from another planet. So I'm just like, Jimmy Olsen's like, oh, who fucking cares? He's over there.
He's his own superhero.
Now, yeah.
now.
So I was just like, really, man?
Guardian.
But that crossover, did you see the crossover?
No.
Oh
no.
my god, the crossover was good.
Yeah, they're fighting all these aliens. They spent some money on that.
Hell
shit.
yeah! Like the production value was a little more. You could tell.
Yeah. It looks better than some movies that came out. What the hell?
I was like, man, like 'cause it was so many people at once. You were just like, yeah, this is crazy.
All right, so that's pretty much everything I want to talk about in episode 41
Wait, have you seen? You need to watch Insecure. It's an HBO series.
with the girl.
Yeah, the chick, the awkward black chick.
Yeah, I watched.
Yeah, you need to watch it. Oh, you have seen it?
I watch it. I've seen the first episode, and
Oh, so you saw the broken pussy episode?
I'm watching it.
Should
I'm
I
watching
even
it.
ask?
She reminds me of my best friend's wife so much. I'm just in features and looks that I'm like, I can't. It's like, it kind
Oh my
of
God.
throws me off a bit. But yeah, that's yeah.
Broken pussy.
And all right, well, you guys need to watch Kingsman.
And
Yes.
Westworld.
No,
And
watch
a bunch of
King-
other
You watch
shit.
King? Yeah, watch King was
Kingsman
ASAP.
first. Yeah, that's like a stop what you're doing type of thing. Anyway,
You get to see Samuel Jackson with a lisp. Like you need to watch it. You need to watch it.
Worth it.
Okay. That got me. I will watch it.
Permakids are back. We're gonna start to plan a little bit better, so we are better at bringing you entertainment. So
Gonna do more than just podcasts.
that's on us. Yeah, we're not just empty promises. We're back, back again. My taint hurts.
Tell a friend.
All right, bye everybody.
Bye.
See you next time. Latest on the Minjay.